If the reference of a noun phrase is to an individual or individuals, that is, if the noun phrase is non-generic, then you have two choices, of course. Choice number one is the speaker has a particular individual of the class in mind. The speaker may know that individual or the speaker may not know that individual. So the choices are there. So the speaker has a particular individual of the class in mind, and the speaker may or may not know that person. So this is the situation number one. The second situation is the speaker has no such individual in mind. Any arbitrary individual of the class will do. Any arbitrary member of the class will do. For example, in the sentence, Emily wants to marry a cook. When she finds one, she'll be happy. Here, any arbitrary member of the class will do. She has no particular individual in her mind. Whereas in the second case, when she marries him, she will be happy. When I'm using that, in that case, she has a particular individual in mind, and she may know him and she may not know him, and therefore two situations would arise in that case. Now, coming to the another aspect, which is known as the definite, and so minus a specific situation will arise. Either you have a plus singular noun like a cook, you have some cook, or you have any cook, isn't it? Three possibilities are there that you can judge it is minus a specific. If it is plus a specific, there will be again two situations. If the speaker, now, if the speaker has a particular individual or individuals in the mind, if the NP is plus specific, in that case, you have two choices, of course. The speaker presupposes, means takes it for granted, that the listener can uniquely identify the individual who is being referred to. Means the speaker knows it and the listener knows it in the simple language. Or the speaker has a presupposition, the speaker takes it for granted that the listener also knows and he can uniquely identify that person. And when the speaker has no such presupposition, whether the listener knows or not knows, doesn't know. If the speaker has no presupposition, suppose I am the speaker and you are the listener, and I am talking to you something about the third party, and I'm talking to you um, about some about some person like John. If I say John met me yesterday, so I presuppose here, I'm presupposing here that you know John, and therefore I'm using the proper noun. And if I say I met that man, I met the man, I have a presupposition that you know him as well. It means the my presuppose, in that case it will be plus definite if I presuppose that you know him. But if I have no such, as a speaker, if I have no such presupposition, then it will be minus definite. For example, yesterday I saw a boy and a man on my way. The boy was crying very loudly and the man was beating him. The boy was crying very loudly and the man was beating him. So here it means I'm giving you the language clues and trying to introduce you, so the feature will go up to the plus definite level. Give you one sentence, for example. I went to a photographer. I went to a photographer and a barber. Okay. So the photographer will be minus definite. A photographer. So it is minus definite and barber is minus definite. But in the next sentence, if I say the photographer made my face ugly, the photographer made my face ugly. In that case, the photographer has the feature plus definite. Why plus definite? Because as a speaker, I have a presupposition that you also know him because I have introduced you. I went to a photographer and the photographer made my face ugly. It means the introduction has been given to you, and therefore I have full right to presuppose. I have a full presupposition that the listener can uniquely identify that which photographer I'm talking to. And John is coming to Hyderabad. So John is a proper noun to the plus definite level. Now when I say the Prime Minister arrived very late, So what will be the article features of the Prime Minister? The Prime Minister arrived very late in Indore. So here, the Prime Minister, because when I say the PM, I have a presupposition that I know him and you know him. When I say the PM, so immediately one particular face comes in our mind. It's a presupposition because here, in that case, it will be minus generic plus specific because I know, plus definite because you know, and I have full right to have a position that you know the Prime Minister. Everybody knows the Prime Minister. If I say the earth goes round the sun, very simple sentence, the earth goes round the sun. The earth goes round the sun. In that case, what will be the features of the earth? The features, because definite article the is there, because before the planets we use and before the single such universal objects we put definite article the sun, the moon, the earth, because they are unique. They are unique to us. So the features will be feature of the earth. The earth is the only one on which we live. So the features here will be minus generic because it is one earth, the whole universe. Then I'll say plus specific because speaker knows which earth I'm talking about. And I can presuppose that the listener can uniquely identify. So it is plus definite. So minus generic, plus specific, plus definite, and we have to give the reason here. Realized as definite article plus noun. Realized as definite article plus noun. So this will be the logic. When I say where the situation, where the clue is there, the language all are in the situation. Earlier when I said I went to a photographer, the photographer made my face ugly. He made my face ugly. I went to a photographer. He made my face ugly. Now I'm using the word he. It means I have a full presupposition that the listener can uniquely identify. So in this case, minus generic plus specific plus definite realized as a pronoun or pronoun he or definite article the plus noun, the photographer. Because the clue is here given in the language is a linguistic clue, anaphoric because the clue has come before. But here in this case, the earth goes round the sun. The article features of the earth and the sun will be minus generic, plus specific, plus definite, realized as definite article, plus noun, exophoric. The clue lies in the situation. It's a situational clue. Now the situational clue are of two types. One is general situation. This will be the example of the general situation. The sun, the moon, which are unique. And if you move anywhere on the earth, the moon will also move with you. If you move today in the daytime anywhere, the sun will also move with you. So it means it is an exophoric situation, general situation. This will be called as the general situation. I met the Prime Minister today. The Prime Minister. So this also is a general situation because the PM comes to have a general situation. So will be the case with the sun. Sun is also exophoric, means general situation. And if it is a local situation, then I'll explain you how to clarify it. For example, father is very angry with you. Father is what will be the article features of father? Because when I'm telling my brother that father is very angry with you, it means father has the feature because the speaker knows, the listener knows, and speaker knows that the listener can identify the father. Because father, the word father is identifiable. Anybody can identify the father because our father is only in the world. Father is very angry with you. So the article feature of father will be minus generic plus specific, plus definite. And here it is a situational clue, general situation. And if I say you, because you is a pronoun, so the article features of you will be minus generic plus specific plus definite realized as a pronoun. and pronoun comes to the definite level. If I say she loves me, I'm using the pronoun here. So both pronoun here the presupposition is listener can judge lifafa dekh ke mazmoon bhaan sakta hai the listener. Who is she and who is him talking about? She loves me. So the article features of she will be minus plus specific plus definite realized as a pronoun exophoric situation. And love, my son is in love with Lisa Taylor. My son is in love with Angelina, who is a Hollywood actress. So my son, when I'm using the word my son, it will go up to the plus definite level, realized as possessive plus noun. And that is why. And Lisa Taylor or Angelina, so they are the Hollywood actresses, well known to everybody. But if I say, the mother of Shakespeare was a lucky woman, the mother of Shakespeare was a lucky woman. Or if I say, mother is making dinner for you, mother is making ice cream for you. So the word mother, the use is similar to the word father in that case. And if I say, money makes me happy, money makes me happy. So the money here is being talked about in general. So money will have the feature plus generic. And if I say, I want some money, जितना दे दो चलेगा. दान की बच्चिया के दांत नहीं देखे जाते. Isn't it? Give me any. I want some money. What will be the article features of some money?
Sir, minus generic.
Yes, minus generic. And next about minus generic, you have to add one more feature. If it's plus
specific.
If it is minus generic, two things will happen. Plus specific or minus specific. What would you say?
Plus specific.
Anyone else? Give me the reason why it is plus. I want some money. What are the article features of some money here?
Sir, it would be minus specific.
Okay, minus specific because I don't know how much money you will give me, and the listener also doesn't know how much money I'm asking him, and I don't know how much money, because in many a situation when we go and ask somebody that how much money I should give you, वो बोले साहब आपकी जो इच्छा हो दे दो, give me whatever you have. So here this in both the minds the feature is minus specific. The listener doesn't know how much money he will give me, the speaker doesn't know how much money he will take. So that way it is minus specific. But if I say my father gave me some money, try to differentiate. Father gave me some money.
Plus genetic, sorry.
Yes.
Plus definite. No.
Yes. Father gave me some money. No, the article features of some money there. I wanted some money. I want some money. When we go to some Panditji and give our dakshina, and we ask Panditji, how much should I give you? He said, no, aapki jo shraddha ho. But inside he is speculating, inside he is guessing, inside he is, trying to configure how much he will get. And the person who is a giver will think that how much should I give him? How much is he expecting? I don't know. So in that case, some money, I want some money, gave him some money means minus generic, minus specific. But if I say father gave me some money, what the article features here in this case?
Minus
So
generic.
here minus generic
Yes.
plus specific.
Okay. Why plus specific, Vipul?
Because both of them know
exactly. Very well. Because father knows how much money he gave me, isn't it? I know my father how much money my father gave me, isn't it? You have seen the movie Dawn. Okay. And you might have heard about the dialogues. Dawn ko pakadna.
नामुमकिन है.
Very good. You are all learned. You are knowledgeable, isn't it? और डॉन को कितने मुल्कों की पुलिस ढूंढ रही है? जनरल नॉलेज क्वेश्चन, isn't it?
11 मुल्कों की.
Very good. Very good. You people are very knowledgeable. So about the film Dawn and Sholay, you ought to know everything. In one shot, soon after the song, Hell After the song is over, मैं जानता हूं कि पिस्तौल खाली है, तुम जानती हो कि पिस्तौल खाली है, लेकिन
पुलिस नहीं जानती.
police नहीं जानती. So this is a very brilliant example from Bollywood, which shows the example of plus specific but minus definite. Police नहीं जानती, minus definite, because speaker, listener, and the word. So here the clue lies in the situation. In the movie that I talked about day before yesterday, Halchal, featuring Kabir Bedi and multi-star movie, the producer and director was O.P. Rahlan, and he himself works as a comedian. The movie starts with a very funny statement. Comedian is sitting somewhere in the comedian. He overhears a dialogue in the dark night, in the middle of the night, that a lover is a particular person. A lover is talking to his beloved and saying that he is going to murder. Then in a few days, he is going to murder his wife and going to get married to his beloved. The comedian, the clown, happens to overhear this dialogue, and he comes to know the man, his name, because he utters his own name, that I am Mahesh, isn't it? So he immediately goes to the policeman passing by and informs him, who doesn't believe him. He says that go to the police station and have the report recorded. But then he decides to go to the telephone booth and tries to search the name of a particular, for example, say Mahesh Sharma or whatever. It's a different name in the movie. Then he finds that there are three people with the same name. Three people with the same name. So he is confused what to do. Then he decides to inform the wives of all the three Mahesh Sharma in the city that you are going to be killed by your own husband. And therefore the comedy, the movie starts with all the minus and minus definite features. The whole movie runs in that, isn't it? And it is a lot of much ado about nothing. So some money there had the feature minus generic, minus specific, and some money here, father gave me some money, here it is plus definite. Father gave me some money, minus generic, specific, and here the situation will be. But when you talk about plus specific, then we have to say whether it is plus definite or minus definite. It will be minus definite because the amount has not been given to you. A definite amount has not been given. But if I say the money my father gave me was not enough, it means now it feature minus generic plus
So
specific.
minus generic plus specific and plus definite.
Okay, all right, very nice. Minus generic may be plus specific or minus specific, and therefore plus specific may be minus definite and plus definite. So when plus specific will be plus definite. For example, a noun phrase is plus specific if the speaker has a particular individual or in mind, particular individual or set of individuals in the mind.
So can you please repeat?
Definition of plus specific is based on the speaker. Remember, definition of plus specific is based on the speaker. If the speaker knows, plus specific. If the speaker doesn't know, minus specific. And the definition of plus definite is based on the speaker and the listener both. If the speaker can presuppose that listener can uniquely identify. Now coming to the plus specific. Noun phrase will be plus specific if the speaker has a particular individual or in the mind, particular individual in the mind. But if he has no particular individual in the mind, like Emily wants to marry a cook, any arbitrary member of the class will do, then it is minus specific. Now when NP will be plus definite, and NP will be plus definite if the speaker has a particular individual in mind, and in addition, he presupposes that the listener also knows him. Listener also knows that, and he can uniquely identify. So I hope this point is clear and you can very well write in your own words. So specific means the speaker knows, and plus definite means the speaker and the listener both know. So in that case, there are various, permutation and combinations, grammatical structurally, uh, from the grammatical structures are concerned, there are many permutation and now when it is plus definite, when a speaker uses plus definite, he knows that the listener also knows. The two clues emerge now. One clue is in the situation itself, and one in the words that the speaker is using. Speaker. For example, I give you a sentence. I'm in a classroom and there is a blackboard, and I'm asking you,
Will come to
they will go to the they will come to the blackboard. They will not ask me, sir, give me the address of the blackboard, on which in which city it is, in which street it is, you know, in which lane it is, which is the number of the building. Will he ask that question? If you say come to the blackboard, what the student will do, he will stand up, he or she will stand up and come to the blackboard straight without much asking, because the clue lies here in the situation. Listener will not ask question. है ना? केड़े शहर दी है, केड़े पिंड दी है ना? The clue lies here in the situation. And the situation is general situation or the local situation here, you can say. But if there are 4 blackboards in the class, on every wall, there are 4 blackboards. And if I say, come to the blackboard, John, what John will do?
John will ask.
So I'm at the center of the class and I'm telling which come to the blackboard, John, and there are 4 blackboards in the classroom. What John is going to do? He will ask, sir, come to the blackboard, John. And John will look at the 4 blackboards in the big, where to go. If it's a big auditorium hall, big class, give the linguistic clue. Come to the blackboard behind the door. Come to the blackboard behind me. Come to the blackboard behind the door, or come to the blackboard behind me, John. So here, after the blackboard, I'm giving you a cataphoric clue behind the door. And the behind the door is a linguistic clue which clarifies that where to which blackboard he is supposed to head towards. The man who wrote Othello, could not have written King Lear. So the noun phrase here is the man who wrote Othello. What will be the article features of this underlined phrase, the man who wrote Othello? वो शख्स जिसने Othello लिखा.
Sir, it would be plus specific because the speaker knows the man.
Okay.
So it would be
Plus specific.
Plus specific is right. Minus generic is right.
Plus definite.
Plus definite is also right. Realized as the man, definite article plus noun. Situational clue or linguistic clue?
so linguistic.
Okay.
Linguistic clues.
Cataphoric or anaphoric?
Cataphoric.
Okay.
Cataphoric.
So here you will say, minus generic plus specific plus definite, realized as definite article plus noun, linguistic clue, cataphoric. Itna likhna aapko, this much you have to write. If the clue is come to the blackboard and come to the blackboard behind me gives you 2 types of situation. And the earth moves around the sun is exophoric general situation. The prime minister is arriving today is a general situation. The earth is flat is a general situation, exophoric. I met the prime minister today. It is a general situation. But if I say, he introduced me to the man who conquered East Africa. Introduced me to the man who conquered India. Means the man who conquered India is again minus generic, plus specific, plus definite, realized as definite article plus noun, linguistic clue, cataphoric because the clue is there in the who conquered East. And now coming to the, if I say the sun was shining the whole day, Give me the article features of the sun. The sun was shining the whole day.
Plus generic.
Huh?
Plus generic.
Plus
Also
generic.
minus generic. Minus generic.
Why plus generic and why minus generic? Give me the reasons for this.
So because it
It is
is one and only.
The
Yes.
sun is unique. That's why minus generic.
It's minus generic because the sun is only one in the one. है ना? ये कई चीजें एकलौती होती हैं दुनिया में. The moon, the earth, the sun. जितने भी एकलौते लोग होते हैं, you use definite article before them. The Himalayas, the Ganges, the Narmada, the Bible, the Gita, and so on. The sun was shining the whole day. It is minus generic because one, plus specific because I know, plus definite because you know, world knows. The clue is here, definite article plus noun. Exophoric because they are unique. For unique situations, we use the word exophoric. Exophoric means general situations, which are unique. Either general situation or for unique, you can use the word exophoric. So no need to say further. Exophoric will have two reasons now. Either it will be general situation or it will be unique. So here the sun comes under the category of the unique. So this plus definite will have two features. One, the clue will be the situational, and other clue will be linguistic. If it is situational, then it will be general situation. Exophoric will come in the case of unique or general situation or local situation. Local situation, immediate situation, as I said, come to the blackboard behind me. Linguistic will be previous reference, if the reference has been already given to you, which is anaphoric. And if the reference is given to you afterwards, after the head noun, it will be a cataphoric reference. For rapid fire now. So I'll be asking you, and you have to identify the features about the situational clue or the exophoric or situational or the linguistic clue as such. I'm giving you some sentences, 4 or 5 sentences, and I'll test your grasping ability. The sky had the color of a bright orange. The sky had the color of a bright orange. Actually, there are 3 now.
The sky is minus generic.
Specific plus definite. And definite article plus noun.
Now
Linguistic
the next
clue.
one is any teacher who gives us such difficult assignments. Any teacher who gives such difficult assignments. Teacher who gives such difficult assignment. Underline.
Yes, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, it would be plus generic and minus specific.
Very good. Very correct. Now I'm giving you. I know a teacher who gives very difficult assignments. Yes, I know a teacher who gives very difficult. I know a teacher who gives very difficult assignments. I know a teacher who gives very difficult assignments. So the NP will be a teacher who gives difficult assignments. This is complete noun phrase. Who has
May
May I try, sir?
Yes.
May I try, sir?
minus generic
Okay.
plus specific
Huh?
plus definite.
Okay. So the road to hell, Narak ki yatra. The road to hell is paved with gold. Narak ki yatra